Hello everybody, nice to see you all. We're really pleased to be able to film this with all the technical problems we've been having. So, what issues have we had? Well, I've been saying for a while that the camera's holding on with a wing and a prayer. Well, it's got two wings and a prayer now. I can't film with my phone because although it is you know, it's quite a modern phone, but it is an Android phone. It doesn't have a lot of filming capacity, and you know, I don't really like watching videos that are this big. I'd rather not watch them. So because it hurts my eyes. My eyes are going bongy. So I can't do it with that. I have got a tablet, but it's an Amazon Fire, and Amazon doesn't really like you doing stuff that's not their own or anything to do with their competitors, which YouTube is, so it makes it incredibly difficult to try and convert your videos. So really, you know, you're needing an iPad, an iPhone, GoPro camera, all of which are beyond our financial means at the minute. And so we've managed to get this fixed in a fashion, keeps getting overheated, which isn't great, guys. I don't like things that get overheated. It's telling you something's not quite right. So, but we're giving it a go. It doesn't seem too bad as long as I don't keep going for you know, 3/4 of an hour to an hour. So we're just being a bit careful at the moment to not overwork the camera and it go all together. Because then we won't be able to bring you any content at all. So if we suddenly disappear, unless we tell you we're not well or something like that, then just assume we're having technical problems and don't worry. So we are here with our lovely, very favourite Tuesday sewing, our slow stitch and chat. But today I've got to make it quite a shorter video. So I'm not going to do the relaxation technique and bit of meditation at the beginning. We will get back to that at some stage, but there's no reason why we can't all just sit and relax and take some nice deep breaths in and out, and just take some nice deep breaths a few times just to get us in the right frame of mind. Stretch those shoulders and arms out. Now we need to do the pick jar. Let me get it, because you think you're prepared and then you're not, but I've got it now. We've got other things in. David's given us some ideas as well. So anyway, what we're going to be doing, we've got a new project starting, because I have finished this. I have backed it with some linen. So I carried on doing some more embroidery on it, on our little hair. And I'm really pleased with that. That's finished. I think that's going to be a giveaway as well. So in with the 1,000 subscriber. I've started putting just a few papers together because it's more of a TN size. But yeah, I think we enjoyed doing that, didn't we? So what am I going to be doing today? Well, new project. It's sort of slow stitch, but it's sashiko, and that is Japanese. And it's based on quite simple lines, really. Now, I've had this a while from Japan Crafts, and I will put the link down below because they have some fabulous stuff. So I have got this, well, I bought them ages ago. You can have it, I bought this template, plastic template, which you can use, but they also have this coaster set. So if you want to give it a whirl, and it's got different sashiko style. That's better. I can show you the picture. These little coasters are all mapped out for you just to do, and these are great if you're just starting slow stitch, you're just getting into it, you don't want anything too difficult. You just follow the stitches really. Now, you generally speaking, the threads for sashiko are thinner, and I'll sort that out later. It's plain silly things. So I sent for a little pack which I've had ages, and I didn't quite know what I was going to do. So they are very fine. They are like 2 strands perhaps roughly of your DNC. So if you haven't got anything specific, you know, just do only 2 strands, 1 or 2 strands of your DNC, because it's a lot finer. And so I'd already started this one before Tracy from Love Junk Journals brought out her new Japanese kit. And I thought, yes, ding ding, that will do us nicely. Thank you for Slow Stitch Tuesday. So look at these. Look at these. I bought all of them. So I think there's Asian writing. And I'm sorry if it's upside down for anyone that does speak and write Japanese. I've put it the way I thought. So that's the set with that. And then look at these. So go and check Tracy's new kits out. They're gorgeous. And then look at these papers. So how appropriate that I wanted to do a bit of sashiko. And then I got this fabric recently when we went to our upholstery shop that does upholstery fabric and other unusual stuff, and I found this. No, I didn't actually. I'll show you the other one probably next week. No, I didn't find this from there, but this was from the Indian hand stamped fabric. It is thin cotton, and I thought this would be lovely to make into a cover for this. And we can do some nice slow stitching on it, and then perhaps put that as a topper on it. So yeah, I thought we'd have a go at that. We would cut that out. So let's get to the jar. Let's see what 2 picks we're going to add today. So anybody new, this is our pick jar. Feel free to comment below and send some ideas. So we pick out 2 extras every week just to really give us a bit of inspiration, but also to use something a bit outside the box that we wouldn't normally add to a piece. So what have we got this week? The colour purple. The colour purple. Don't know what that says underneath. I can't read that. I can't read my own writing. And oh crikey. A piece of corrugated card and the colour purple. So as usual, we will put some lovely photos up here and go off and find our supplies. So be right back, guys. So I'm back. Got a bit of corrugated card there, a bit of old packaging look, and some purple thread. That was lucky. So this is from the sashiko set of threads from it says Olympus Sashiko thread thin. So I got this from Japan Crafts, as I say. I'm starting to roll them, not roll them, wind them. Wind them round my bobbin, my card. So this colour is 219. So 219. So it's got a little space there, look, to put on my card. Olympus Sashiko thread thin, 219. Okay, so I am going to use some of this. So hope you've got your stitching to do. I'm sorry we've had all these technical problems and we haven't been able to film. Very frustrating, but what can you do? What can you do when it's like £1,500 for the new camera? Etc, etc. Right, got my needle here. So hope you're all doing well, and yesterday was the 17th, and so we extended out of lockdown a little bit more here in the UK. We're allowed indoors, 6 people in the home from 2 families. And I'm going to leave that bit for now because that's just going to be my backing. So this is going to be my fabric, and then I'm going to have this backing, and I might do a bit of stitch across there, we'll see. But at least I've got my corrugated bits. I hope you found a bit. So I'm just going to go round here now with this purple thread, and as I say, you just sew on the lines. It's really easy if you get one of these templates, and you've got your stitching. Yes, so pubs and restaurants have been allowed to open, and hotels, so people can travel anywhere in the UK now, and they can stay overnight because we've not been allowed to stay overnight anywhere. So yeah, we'll see. I'm still a bit cautious, I'm a bit concerned, because they have got evidence now of this new Indian strain that originated, and those poor things are having a terrible time, aren't they, over in India. If you've not already seen it, Tracy from Love Junk Journals has got a page on her Facebook. She's doing a fundraiser for care. I don't know if it's care.com or some care agency that's helping people in India, and yeah, I hope it's still open if you want to go, and I've been and put some money in for them. But yeah, there's evidence that we have got this this strain here in the UK, and I did sort of vaguely read something that it is more easily transmitted than all the old strains we've had. So that is cause for concern, and yeah, watch this space. It's hard because people aren't going to be want to follow restrictions forever. I've got to get the economy going, but goodness, we don't want to see any scenes that that we're seeing on the news from the poor people of India that can't get the oxygen. There's nothing worse. I mean, as an asthmatic, I know there's nothing worse than not being able to breathe. So we'll see. They say they won't go any further steps, but I already think this is a massive step. It's nearly back to normal. So can you see how I think it looks really effective? It's very simple. There's nothing fancy about it. But actually it looks striking. So this is going to be like part of the topper for this new journal. I'm excited to be do this Asian themed Japanese journal. So this is what we'll be doing on Thursday. This Thursday I've got we're doing the clusters for the Junky Junk journal. the scrappy do that I'm doing for when we get to 1,000 subscribers, and then that will be done. So next Thursday, camera willing, we'll be doing some work on this Asian Japanese themed. I'm quite excited about it, and it'd be nice to feature some of this patterning in it. So the other one that I did get from our upholsterer where we go, it's just a little independent upholsterer, and you can get some, you know, offcuts, end of line from big upholstery jobs, big curtain. It's sort of the what's left over when she's done a big order. So you can get some lovely stuff, and yeah, I think there's one that I think's going to work really well with this. I've put a bit of batting behind this because I always think it's, you know, if you want a bit of a quilted look and with a topper, I think, yes, it'd be nice. So not much has happened here apart from us struggling with all the tech stuff, and we've been well, we got hooked on that Below Deck on Netflix. I mean, I think it, you know, it's going back to 2014 or something like that. Anyway, we've watched all 4 seasons while we've not been able to film. Oh dear. And it's a bit of a like reality type TV show, and in the Caribbean, showing the life of you know, staff on these luxury luxury yachts for the rich and famous, and all the goings on below deck. Well, we got hooked on it. David started off, well, a load of rubbish, what are you watching this for? And then it was so daft, and we so got into the characters that we just carried on. We carried on binge watching. So now I'm bereft because there's none left. There has been some more series. I've been finding out what's been happening to the cast. How sad's that? Ben's my favourite. Ben the chef. A bit of alright is Ben the chef. So I've been having a look what's been going on with him. I didn't like season 4 as much. I think it was my least favourite actually, out of all of them. So, and then I noticed the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is started back at the beginning on Netflix, and I missed some of the beginning ones. Again, just another little bit of escapism, ridiculousness. How the other half live, ridiculousness in their heels are so high. You know, normal living, you wouldn't be able to do normal living in them. No wonder they turn up on these yachts with shoes like that, except they can't wear them on board. And yeah, they're all strutting their stuff in their Louis Vuitton. And
in with the red heels.
In with the red heels, says David. Yeah, you could paint them, couldn't you? Yeah, I'm sure. But you know, I watched that from the beginning, and I think I know what happens to 1 or 2 of the marriages, and you think they haven't got a marriage of any sort of substance there, because sometimes, you know, if their husbands are just workaholics, and this, oh, it's marvellous because my husband earns so much money, he can buy all these designer handbags and shoes, but they never see the husbands. And yeah, let me know if you watch some of these things for a bit of, I find especially in times like this, you know, sometimes you just wanted a bit of light-hearted relief, don't you? And having a dog myself, I really don't agree with dressing dogs up in clothes. It's all right having a little winter coat, you know, a bit of a coat. Nelson hates rain, absolutely, so he's got a little wax jacket. It's not goes round his legs, it just goes over him and belts underneath, sort of thing, because he hates getting wet. Oh, but on one of the series of the Below Deck, somebody came and dressed their little dog in a tuxedo to match theirs when it was, you know, dress up night. Poor little things, you know, they're animals, they're not designer accessories. But anyway, I better be quiet, I don't want to offend anybody, but hey ho. I could see Nelson. He'd look quite smart in a tuxedo really, but he's a dog. He's a dog, he'd be ripping it off before you know it. Right, so that's looking really nice. I'm going to do another line of purple here. I'm going to do back stitch. So with your back stitch, I've learnt the trick now, that you get equal amounts left and right of your thread, and then roughly you get a neat back stitch. So yeah, we've binge watched that. I think there's been, since we watched Rocketman, I don't think we've seen a film. I've already filmed Thursdays for you, because I've got some hospital treatment tomorrow and I'm not sure how I'm going to feel, so I've done Thursdays. I've had to be on a special diet for 5 days. It's been ugh. I do like my fruit and veg, and when you're not allowed it, you moan because you don't want to eat fruit and veg, but you know when you can't have it, you miss it. You really do miss it. You run out of ideas. There's only so much chicken and potatoes and rice you can stomach. Oh, I'm going to take this to the back now. So, hope you've managed to get some stitching in. Let me know what projects you're working on. I'm interested to know what you're doing. I'm still carrying on watching Ariane Zersha. She does fabulous stuff, and fabulous, like advanced embroidery. It's advanced from just doing plain stitch. So if you don't know Ariane Zersha, she's a fabulous jewellery designer, clothes and jewellery designer, but more recently has got into a passion of stitching and designing through stitching. It's very improvisational, which, as you know if you've been with me a while, is very much me. I like to, that's why I think the pick jar works. I like to have this, you know, bit of a free hand with stitching. Right, let's get back on with this, that's better. And stitch as you go, which is like what I did with the aquatic journal cover that I did in stitch. I'm going to be, that's my next thing to film, and I really must get on to doing my swap and glue that I've been doing with Jovi from Creating with Jovi. I haven't shown you the stuff she's sent me yet, never mind made anything with it, but yeah, that will be nice to get done. So many things I've got to catch up on. Well, I haven't got to, but I like to. I would like to catch up with it, but as I say, it's going to take a while because I'm only, you know, I don't want to overload the camera and it packing all together. Then I won't be filming anything, will I? So, you know, if there's anybody watching from Real Housewives of... Doubtful, isn't it? Real Housewives of Hollywood, or there's anybody, you know, from the crew of Below Deck who's got a bob or two to buy me a GoPro camera, let me know. Not sure this is working because doing backstitch, it's not as precise, is it? I ought to have really marked my stitches out with the template, but never mind. Never mind. I feel like I've got a croaky voice now. I'm not used to talking, am I? You know, I have a week where you can't film and my voice is on the croaky. So the fridge was on a blink, so we've had a new fridge. See, it's like that, isn't it? Everything seems to break at once. First it was the, we needed to have the printer sorted out. Then the camera and the fridge. So that's R3 hopefully. But as I say, this poor camera's holding on. So it's nice to do a bit of relaxation, a bit of stitching, and you can listen to everything of mine that's breaking instead of worrying about yours. So I'm excited to get on with this new project. Something a bit different. And this is more structured for me. Really, sashiko is quite quick, clean lines, more structured. And I sort of think that I've never been to Japan, but I think when you see anything there, it's very clean. The streets are immaculate, no litter or anything. And I think, you know, the cuisine is very lean and fine. So yeah, I think it'll be good for me. It'll be good discipline because, as I say, I'm very much an improvisational crafter. So yeah, this is going to have a bit more structure to it, and we'll see how I turn out. See if I can manage it without putting some of my own non-structured flair in. Anyway guys, I don't rattle on for too long with the camera situation at the moment. I'm sorry you're not getting your usual hour and your lovely relaxation at the front, at the beginning should I say, not the front. Hopefully we'll get back to that when we can afford some new equipment. And yeah, a lot of exciting things coming up. So we're doing this new slow stitch sashiko project with, don't forget to go and check out Tracy from Love Junk Journals. Gorgeous. I love these. You could do all sorts with this. You could, you know, you could enhance some of it with stickles or some nice glitter, or you could paint some elements in. You could emboss some elements. So I think there are some some different opportunities open for us there. Got my bit of corrugated cardboard, so don't forget there are this week's prompts. Some purple and a piece of corrugated card. All right then, my lovelies, thank you so much for joining me, and keep safe out there, and I will see you Thursday for Journaling Thursday. Take care. Bye for now.